But what's good? Welcome to episode 45 of the Lab podcast presented by Glass. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. We everywhere with it.
Instagram, all that shit.
Yes, sir. How y'all boys doing today?
I'm doing
brother.
Great.
I'm relaxed. I hit the gym, hit the sauna. You feel me? Got some sauna time. Yeah, hey, as a matter of fact, I want to say this, that everyone, we all need to start getting in the sauna. I seen something that said 20 minutes 3 times a week reduces your chance of cancer by like 70% or something crazy like that. So, you feel me?
Where did you get your facts from?
All over. Trusted resources.
You can also turn your own
You
bathroom.
gotta say you can steam your bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
Do that get hot enough though? What temperature that you can?
Not.
It depends on the size of your bathroom, really. Cause like I don't think your bathroom would be easy to do because it's the ceiling's too high. But my bathroom is more like boxy, so my shit get if you got a steamy bathroom.
I think it also depends on how hot your water gets. My water gets very hot.
What determines like the hottage of your temperature of your heater?
Your water, how good your water heater is, how strong it is.
Is there?
Get you a good water heater, nigga, or get you a gym membership.
Yeah, honestly, the gym membership.
Probably just get the gym membership.
That's the best way to go, brother. That bitch getting right. All right, bet.
Cute. Since you moved into your new crib now, so how does it feel?
I feel like, I don't know, I love it. It's very like modern. It got nice little
modern
open stairwells and shit. So that's cute.
Oh, you feel classy.
And then,
like in the crib, you got the spiral joint.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. And then like we have a gas grill, dog. And like if you cook at all, like I like fangirl over this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. My steaks are A1.
It's on personal.
Yeah, like I made steaks obviously, but then I made some birria tacos, birria nachos again because that shit's like fire. I'm gonna make a short braised rib or something like that. It looked real good on TikTok, so I'm about to try that. No, I make a lot of chicken too, like jerk chicken, baked chicken, fried chicken, air fryer chicken.
Nigga, you start a cooking channel. What the fuck are you doing? This nigga here making braised beef and shit.
That should be fun. I'll be taking pictures and sending this to y'all, and it'd be cute. Like the breakfast burrito, dog, was amazing. Like you can really put anything into a little wrap and call it a burrito. Honestly, though.
Yeah,
that's
what I do.
It's amazing.
I would assume that's how burrito began. We have all these random items, and we have this tortilla. Put it all in there.
Literally anything and everything has been in a burrito. Burrito form lately. So, yes, life is good. And I got a little rooftop. Also, I went to the rooftop and I saw 3 shooting stars. That shit was cute.
That's a sign.
On the first night I moved in.
You say,
first night I moved in.
This shit was meant to be, man.
Meant to be, bro.
I'm like, this is for perfect time. I'm like, okay.
I'm grateful as fuck right now, folks. I'm grateful as hell right now, folks. I can't believe this shit, bro.
You had your hands on your hips.
Hey, y'all niggas crazy. Y'all niggas crazy as shit.
Nah, that's what it's all about, man.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's about the what they say. The moments, some cliche shit. The moment to take a breath or something. That's what life's about.
It was some cute shit. I was here for it.
This episode is also brought to you by Modelo.
Hello,
the Certified Drinker Lab podcast. Episode 45.
Retweet. We do need a Modelo sponsor at this point. Like, get us right. Y'all see us. You see us. I see y'all. Come on, Modelo.
And as a matter of fact, we getting promotions of the. Hey, yo, listen. If you grow and you want us to try your product, hey.
Yeah, we'll give a review live on air.
We'll give you a review live. You feel me? I'll tell him all about how it's hidden. You see what I'm saying? We can get that together.
All right, let's get into something good. Do y'all believe there's a such thing as micro cheating? The definition of micro cheating is the term used to describe behaviors that aren't traditionally considered true infidelity, but that have some features of infidelity, like dishonesty, secrecy, while committed while in a committed relationship. Yeah, I'm high. My bad.
Yeah,
So you're just trying to keep shit secretive. You're not necessarily cheating, but you're keeping to yourself more.
So basically, so you saying you're not cheating, but you technically cheating?
Yeah. When I think of micro
In what
cheating,
ways, though?
I think of a work husband or a work wife.
I mean, if it's nothing like, if you're not emotionally tied or you physically cheating, then like, I don't see no problem.
But aren't you emotionally tied if you confide in them and
more so as in like
scenarios?
If it goes like more than work, like you're on some like y'all damn near dating type of conversation.
See, that's the thing. I feel like one is it's a little tricky for the fact that like I feel like you need to have like, but not necessarily relationships, but people outside of your relationship that you're able to have different types of conversations with, right? Because like it's a lot to expect somebody to be able to relate to you and everything that happens to you when they have no reference point of how you could possibly feel right now. You see what I'm saying? Like if I'm getting into some shit at work or something, like, and I'm describing that to someone who has nothing to do with what I do for work, you're not going to really understand me, and you're not going to give me the responses I may be looking for at that time. You see what I'm saying? Right. You're not going to be able to really talk to me the way I need to talk.
So why is that got to be a work wife and not another coworker?
Hey, listen, it could be any. What defines a work?
And that's what I was gonna ask. Like, what is your definition of like a work partner?
A work wife or husband is like. It's like a coworker that you have sexual tension with. Because if you don't have sexual tension with them, then it's just a coworker.
Somebody that you.
But that doesn't mean that you would fuck them because you have sexual tension with them. But I feel like that is the fact that it exists.
Someone who you find mutual attraction.
Yeah.
Like, nothing has happened to
Like outside.
I feel like it doesn't have to necessarily be that, but there are occasions like where that can happen.
I feel like that's the majority of cases.
But that's the kill, because like realistically, the odds of you getting cool with somebody you're not attracted to is a lot lower than the odds of somebody who you think is cute. Because you're gonna want to talk to them, hey, they cute, and they make me laugh, blah blah blah.
And not even in a romantic way. You just generally like them, You
just generally like being around them. Like they act, like just have good energy to you. Like you enjoy their company.
I just be having coworkers of every gender. So that's what I was just saying. Like to your point of, you want someone to talk to about the specific thing that shares these experiences, which is very important. Because what I do think is the issue is that folks put too much on their partner. Like they want them to be everything for them. And it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
What about
that's not
friends?
Fair to them.
Like, didn't you have friends? Don't you have like other people out? So I agree, you need that. But at the end of the day, you have other coworkers, and also you should still be communicating that with your partner.
See, but that's the guy. I got other coworkers, but they don't make me laugh like she do when I'm pissed off.
So why you need somebody to make you laugh?
So are y'all saying? So are we saying that is my? Yeah, let's say that is.
You want to hee ha ha? Okay. I sent you some TikToks. You can hee ha.
Them TikToks ain't got shit to do with what I'm doing right now. Work that just pissed me off 10 minutes ago. But I'm blue right now.
That's cool. I'm putting arsenic in your spaghetti, and I'm just letting you know.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Wow.
And see, that's why they say you ain't never supposed to eat spaghetti from no shorty. Never.
Yep.
Spaghetti is bad business every time.
Yep. I actually don't even like spaghetti.
I don't even eat spaghetti, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he fucked up. Yeah, right around that one. But
Y'all think there are any other forms of micro cheating that you think of when you hear that definition?
Would you
Like in
say micro
everyday-
cheating? You think micro cheating has to be something like in person? Do you consider like just flirting on the net micro cheating? Because like I have no intention of ever
I
linking.
think that's real cheating.
That's cheating.
That's actually cheating.
Yeah.
If you
That's
have
why
no
I'm trying to see,
intention
like,
to
what's the
link,
difference?
Sure.
But so
if you don't
you
got no intention to link, I don't see.
that's what I'm saying. I ain't finna link.
Yeah.
I'm just
No, that's still weird.
How so? Like,
So wait, why are you talking to them?
I think another form of micro cheating maybe when you telling somebody you somewhere but you not. Like, I'm staying in the office longer, but really I went out with the guys to get drinks because I didn't want to come home. Would y'all say
that could be micro cheating. Even if you weren't with no shorty, that's still because you know that shorty not gonna be comfortable wherever you going or whatever you doing. And maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's just the fact of you don't want to hit her mouth about some shit. That's very possible. That's not micro cheating. I just didn't want to hit that shit.
Y'all in disrepair. Y'all need to talk.
Yeah.
You can't say you going outside. You say I'm at the office. They gave me more.
I got more work.
And I see on your Instagram story, and now I'm putting our spaghetti.
Taking a spaghetti over going to the bar one time and watching the Warriors game.
We're lying.
I'm watching the Warriors game.
and now I'm at the house like,
hey, that's tough. That's tough. I ain't want to hear your mouth about some shit, and I got that. That's tough.
Yep.
So while we talking about work partners, do y'all feel like the more y'all get y'all shit together, the harder it is to find somebody to date? Like whether that's growing in your career, growing emotionally.
No, I don't think so. Because as you grow, you start to just meet new people who, and depending on the spaces you go. Now I can see if you're growing, but you still go to the same spaces where it may be hard to find somebody. But if you're growing and changing the experiences that you have and being around different groups of people, I can see how you would find somebody, because you're going to start finding more people who fit who you are right now as opposed to who you once were, which is what those people in your past are if you continue to, you feel me, be in that circle. So yes and no, depending on how you want to move about it, if that makes sense.
I think yes, even if you do change where you go, because I feel like the more successful you become, the more strong-willed people you're going to start to encounter as far as like what they want and don't want in relationships and how much they're willing to compromise.
Yeah.
Because like if you're dating a woman that makes millions of dollars, she's gonna compromise way less than somebody that's making just the average salary, or vice versa. And then on top of that, what's my other point?
No, that makes sense though. That does make sense.
Just percentage wise, the amount of people that are in those spaces is just gonna continue to shrink the higher that you go.
That's why.
Actually, I can see that. I can see what you're saying.
I think that it gets more difficult, but I think that it also gets easier because I feel like as you get your stuff together, now you know what you're looking for and you can stop wasting your time. So like me, like I know me, so if I see a guy in my DMs and it's not aligned, I'm not wasting no time. I don't care if you're fine. I don't care. Like, it's just like, we are not aligned. I'm not even gonna waste my time versus maybe Ariel, who's like an undergrad, maybe been like, oh, okay, yeah. Like,
you might see what's to it. Yeah, you might see what's to it. That's that potential. That's what I'm saying. Like, you might see what's to it. Nah, I ain't got to see what's to it. I know it ain't shit to it. I know it ain't shit to it.
Good on that. And so as you get to know yourself, you can find yourself going on less dates if you're staying in those same places, because now you're realizing that you no longer tolerate things that you wouldn't before or even interested in entertaining.
You know, I want to offer some pushback to Quay's first point of, you feel me, those people who ascend to higher places, you feel me, become less cooperative, I guess you could say. But like, I think that could be true. That could exist, but then what also could exist is that you meet, like y'all meet each other, and obviously you have your, you feel me, your what's that word? Where like if it happens, you got to cut it off.
Ultimatum.
No, deal breakers.
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
you all have deal breakers, but if you meet somebody in that space, you feel me, and y'all connect in a way where you feel me, no one is drawing, like no one gets to the point of any deal breakers. It's just like small things that you just couldn't see eye to eye on. My bad. It's just little things that you didn't see eye to eye on. I think at some point you realize how the positives of having that person in your life outweighs those things that you weren't looking to cooperate on. You see what I'm saying? So it makes you want to work with that person more because you see how the value that they add to you. So I don't know. I guess if it gets to that point, like if you get to a point where you can see yourself like really like just the way they respond to you gets a different emotion out of you, I can see how you would want to change and be more cooperative for them, if that makes sense.
I mean, realistically, yes. But I feel like when people start to reach success, they're kind of like reach like almost a level of arrogance where it's like my way works kind of thing, like my way or the highway. So I feel like there will be a percentage of people that will make you compromise, but I feel like that just makes it difficult because you are going to encounter more people that are just like my way or the highway because my way is working already for me.
And I think,
that's true.
I think that's not necessarily a bad thing to know, like what works for you. So I think like one thing that happens is like when folks kind of get up there, and I can only just like talk about myself or just other people that I've like seen, like you don't necessarily, I didn't never find myself being like, I want a significant other. Like I never said I want it. I may be like, oh, I want somebody to talk to a little bit more now. But it's like, I'm happy with myself. And if you're happy with yourself and you have friends, you could be cool on like, I'm not going to deal with nothing that's going to disrupt what I got going on right here.
Yeah, because it's peaceful. This
is what I'm saying. There's a balance, though, because you got to, and that's what I'm saying. It can get harder. You become more selective because there's a person that you'll be like, I'm willing to deviate to see what's up.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I think you're worth it. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. Because you can't get so bullheaded. Because if you are, you can't be in a relationship. Whether that's in a throuple or a duo, you can't. Because there's compromise that has to work. You have to bend. And it shouldn't necessarily feel like you're bending because you should want to bend.
Because that person is providing enough value to see the need for
that. I feel like when you say the person providing value, you're turning into a transactional relationship.
No. Value is a past transactional, bro. Value is the way shit. It can come down to you like how this person just touches you. Like when they want your attention, the way they touch you, you may like that. You feel me? It may come down to, you feel me, the way they respond to you when you're going through certain things, like when you in those times of anger or pain or grief or whatever, the way they respond to you, that's value. Like we equate the word value to some monetary. No, value is far deeper than that.
And that's such a masculine
space.
I feel thing. I feel like saying it's value, I think that's just the wrong word. Like there's way more words. That is giving a value. No, I'm saying there's way more words to describe which you there's words for each of the things you just described. I just feel like saying when you say value, it just feels like she's giving you something, so you give her something back.
And I think that's
how the relationship starts.
Versus you're saying like I enjoy the intimacy. I enjoy like
that's a value. That's a value that you value that thing.
I get what you're saying.
That's value.
That's what I'm saying. It's very masculine to always see value as transactional, which is why, like in a broader scheme of like promotions and even in relationships, like all that soft labor that is usually more feminine goes unvalued because it's not necessarily contributing something that is concrete that you can give value to. Now Josh was saying like, oh, like how somebody touches you. Now, if your partner always just got your breakfast made in the morning, you don't ever have to say anything, or they just know what you like. Like,
they just know
you go.
That's value.
You can't put a value on that. But I'm like, oh, I just, I love them, so I'm gonna make this. You don't got to give me nothing because like I like what we got going on, but you are giving me things.
And that's why I want to switch the thought process behind the word value, because we have it so set in our mind that it's a transactional thing. Yo, it's far past that. Like,
I just feel like we need to start using more words. Just like as our generation, we use a lot of words to encompass instead of saying specifically what we're trying to say. Like we use words like toxic and energy and all this stuff instead of specifically saying like, I get what you're saying about value.
That. So
right, you value that,
value
but
this.
No, stop. You value the intimacy. She is not giving you a value, is what I'm saying.
Like, she did, because what she did.
No.
I have value in that. It may not have value to other people, but that's irrelevant because it's in our relationship is what do I come to the table that you value, and what do you come to the table that I value?
And you're saying that y'all give it to each other, and that's what I'm saying. It sounds like a transaction when you describe it like that.
It's a give and take. It
isn't give and take, but I just feel like
it's a symbiosis.
That's literally what it is.
Actually,
I just feel like the word value is used for too many things, and when you get into talking about emotions and relationships, there's better words.
Well, there's value, and then as a noun, and then as a verb. So there's value, as in like this has value, and then I actively value. I appreciate. Those are all.
Yeah, I think the better statement is what you're saying. That's exactly. I value the intimacy that she provides me.
As a matter of fact, what you just said about noun and verb, that's exactly what we needed to hear, because it's two very distinct differences between the noun and the verb.
I'm like, wait, I'm like, we're just now that I looked it up on something so simple. I'm like, I know what everybody is saying. Because
the verb of value says, consider someone or something to be important or beneficial.
Exactly.
A high opinion of.
Yes.
So, you're right.
As a person, you want something that's going to be beneficial to you.
I just don't like approaching relationships from this is beneficial, like just in that frame of mind. Like, yes, it may be beneficial to you, but I'm not in my mind saying I'm doing this because she's beneficial to me.
But you do that because there's times when it could be just something as simple as they ask you to do something you don't feel like doing, but you're going to do it because all the other things that they do for you.
No. See, that's the thing. Stop. That's the thing. That's the transaction right there. I'm saying I do it because I love her and I want to do it. I'm not thinking about the whatever happened before that I did to make this even.
But the reason you love her is from all the previous things that she's done.
No, we're saying that you would. You love how you love regardless. It doesn't matter what she gives back to me. I'm going to love how I love. She's going to love how she loves.
And I think this is the issue, is because people, and it's natural too, because people like patterns, but people like to match others' energy and instead of just having their own energy. So whether I'm upset or not, if I'm making myself breakfast, I'm making us breakfast because I'm making breakfast anyway. And like, that's the energy I bring to my partner. He's made me upset, but I'm making us breakfast. Now, where things become toxic is like not communicating. Now, let's say that I'm the one over here, like, I'm cleaning the bathroom, I'm cleaning the kitchen, and I'm just seeing he leaving shit, and I'm just like,
you just mad
I'm just not going to
you just keep doing
it anymore. And I'm just going to get upset. And then I'm going to get upset because everything's ugly too. And then it's just going to become a thing. If you just have your energy and address head on what's going on. And same thing with values. It doesn't have to be transactional. You end up loving that person just because of their energy.
Yeah.
You compromise because of their energy. And you know when you cut people off because that energy change. And you be like,
Q, has being growing in your corporate world impacted you dating?
I don't really think so. I mean, yes and no, because I just focus more so on what I have to do, and that involves like working hellas. So one would say yes, but I just don't make the time to actively like date right now, more so than anything, because I just don't have the energy for all of that.
I have a question.
What's up?
So I had seen on the Twitters, somebody has said we got all these men trying to build generational wealth with no partner or no kid, and it was coming from the perspective of like people aren't necessarily doing like individual like growth while they're making like financial gains, and I guess like making those connections to give that generational wealth. I just want to know, like, what is your take
Wait, what do you
on
mean
that?
by
I don't
like
understand what you mean.
I think I
like
understand what you're saying.
like
But
as in I'm not hold on as in I'm not like what do you mean by that last part? Reset that last part for me one more time about making connections or something like that. I'm
Yeah.
kind of
I guess
confused
you're
on that
saying
aspect.
like
I understand.
folks are so busy, like I'm grind. I'm not dating, but I'm grind.
That
And
whenever
they're
you
saying,
start
but
dating, you still
go
the
ahead,
same
Josh.
nigga from before. Basically, you done did so much in your career, you focused on your career to a point of your financial growth or whatever, that you didn't do none of the personal development in yourself, so that whenever you meet somebody, you still the same nigga from before you started grinding. Like you
Oh,
still
no, I
like you
mean,
got a lot
I'll
of
say,
bread, but emotionally intelligent wise, you still that same nigga. You ain't grew at all.
but it's not like I
So,
don't like have
but
interactions with multiple shorties and have like true conversations and like still growing at the same
it's
time.
past that.
Like,
But it's past that because if we doing all right, so how she was saying generational wealth, one that's the
okay,
biggest buzzword in history. I hate that one. Motherfuckers beat you upside the head with that. But like, like addressing the things from your past that your people may have done to you that could affect the way you raise your child. So like you could deal with trauma from a young age, and so now instinctually when once you have a child and you haven't processed none of that, you gonna do some of the same things your parents have done, which is one of those the generational curses. They respond to you the same way. They do these same things.
I don't see the bridge from that to working a lot
because the bridge is the emotional intelligent piece. So like you can ignore the emotional intelligent
why
piece.
can't you have emotional intelligence even if you're like still
I would say, is he not displaying emotional intelligence in saying that he does not have the time or energy to be in a healthy relationship?
So I think the emotional intelligence is one layer. I think it also gets to the time that you dedicate, right? So if you're building all of this, right, I guess like what time do you have for that family? What time do you have for that partner to create something that is healthy?
I guess it depends on what's your end goal when you build it. Because if your end goal is to be free, having your time being free,
I feel like
you can have that.
That's part of capitalism, and social media has people feeling like they need to have shit secured and then have the wife and the kid.
I feel like I'm kind of on that wavelength where I have to be comfortable first before I can like have a family, because like just I don't want to grow up and have to struggle and have to figure out the next paycheck, things like that nature.
That's just financial though.
The killer at some point you figure that shit out though. That's what I'm saying. Like it's rough.
mean like that should be like I don't know, like I still feel like you can like bust your ass at work and have that emotional intelligence and
you have emotional intelligence, absolutely. But I think like carving out that time, I think is and I'm not
because
saying, like, I'm not saying I'm either or the fence, but I'm thinking of that time piece, because I know a lot of people whose parents will have them financially great, but they never seen their parents, and so they don't really care. They don't have that connection, and they also have trauma from that carries over to their new relationship.
I do.
And then also not creating a healthy home environment.
Now you see.
No, you're saying, this is funny that you say this, Josh, but you're saying now you see, because I asked you a couple of pods ago, did you feel like that you would be able to make all this money and then be available for your kids, but you're saying that you don't feel like you would be able to do that. So how do you feel like you would be able to do that?
That's not what I said. I said, and I literally just said it. It depends on your end goal. If your end goal is to have freedom of your time, autonomy of your day, you gonna build your life to a point where your success comes from you seeing, once I have freedom of my day, I'm success. That's success to me. So once I automate all the things in my life that are generating my money, I'm successful because I don't have to physically be anywhere. I can do whatever I want with my time. So
after you did that, after you automate.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like once you do that,
automate, I got time for you, baby. I got all day. What you want?
So then you get the family. I'm just figuring out when
you kind of like know what you want. Then I feel like once you get to that level,
I don't know. I mean, see, that's the thing. I don't have a timeline to say, hey, the family comes tomorrow. I don't know that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Whenever things flow into that, things flow into that. But if that ends up flowing after I'm automated, cool. If it flows as I'm on the way to automation, cool. But I know my end goal is automation. I know my end goal is I'm physically not doing shit.
This
shit
so you're not doing any of that until you got your end goal secured first.
No, I'm saying if that comes along on the way to the goal, I'm cool with that. Like, I'm not objective to it. Like, if it comes along to that, cool. If
what Josh is saying, he's not going to
cool.
work all the time for his whole family's duration, because at a specific time it should go all to automation.
Well, see, that's the thing. So in my mind, so like the way I see it, right, is that I realize I'm cool working, but I'm tired of solving other people's problems. I'd rather build a business myself to solve my own fucking problems. I don't want to keep putting my labor to you. I want to put my labor to myself. Right now, I have, you know what I'm saying, there's opportunities to where you can make money completely automated. I don't have to physically do anything. And once this code is set up, it works on its own. All I got to do is maintain. That's a huge difference from opposed to spending your whole day at somebody else's institution, building whatever they want you to build. That's a huge difference. You see what I'm saying? And you can be rich as fuck automating. That's the kill. Technology's to a point now, you can tap into some shit. You get a few different automations. You got seven income streams right now with no work of your physical labor outside of writing this code. So you feel me? That's why I say everybody's goal is different. Like if your goal is to run somebody's company, or you feel me, be high up in somebody's company, it makes sense you may not have time because you dedicating your time to the company. My end goal is to have complete autonomy, but have income stream set up that's completely automated. That's my goal. So it depends on what your end goal is.
I think success looks differently for everybody.
Yeah, success is different,
and that's why I'm like, I think like, for example, like going to an ivory tower school, like I just be seeing people who like chase after success that is like commonly accepted as like and I'm like,
most people don't even know. Most people don't even know what success is to themselves. They build a thought of success of what other people tell them. You don't even know what you want. That's your problem right there.
I have a question for you, Josh.
Yep.
Does it worry you how we were talking about the geopolitical stuff earlier, and you were talking about the risk of, you feel me, the U.S. market crashing? Does it worry you that you're building your future on the automation of a system that could potentially crash? Even though you are taking money out for hard assets, but the actual, you feel me?
Let's see. That's the thing. And that's for several different reasons. One, regardless of, you feel me, like, because we were talking about the Brink shit, how they're making their own standardized currency, whatever, right?
No, explain that.
Okay,
briefly.
Yeah, okay, I bet.
A little 30 second.
So right now in geopolitical, what's happening around the world, the BRICS alliance is being formed, right? So it's nations like Russia, China, you feel me, Saudi Arabia is in it, like the large, I guess you say non-Western nations. Yeah, Eastern countries. They're forming an alliance, right? So, and when you think about that, they're going to have their own currency, and basically, you feel me, it's all of it's hypothetical, but if the U.S. dollar were to crash, you feel me, and their dollar became the new reserve currency, what would that look like? You feel me? Is that kind of what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. So the way I see it is like, you got to think every system is built upon itself. Every system uses the best practices of some other system. one of the best practices of the system that we have is that the value of the dollar fluctuates because that's a wealth generator. If you're able to capitalize on the value of the dollar increasing or decreasing, you can create wealth without having to physically work for it because you're taking advantage of that arbitrage or whatever is happening in the back end. You're actually understanding the financial system. So for me, it's like, yeah, shit may get tricky, but I'm sure they dollar's doing the same thing because they dollar gonna fluctuate versus the price of gold, versus the price of iron, versus the price of copper, versus the price of oil. They dollar is also gonna fluctuate with those physical assets, which means that they have an exchange where you can take advantage of it.
This is what they do on the trading floors, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and you can do that no matter where you're at.
But do you think you would have access as an American?
And that's the gag. One thing I know is that any man-made system is able to be beat because individuals have to run that system. Meaning you can find somebody who has access to that system and you can financially back them and then you can you can still be the benefactor of that because you have that relationship. All man-made systems, there's no way to stop it because individuals have to uphold it. And if somebody is in a set of circumstances where they could benefit from whatever you're trying to do, they're probably going to do it. So it's ways around everything. You feel me? Like there's no way they can keep the human mind down if it's really trying to think of a way to get around it.
But so I guess that you just proved my point that we were talking about pre-pod of even if they tried to do that, America could just put their money right into that system.
No, I don't.
It ain't no escape. It ain't no escaping us. Niggas is everywhere.
I agree, bro. If you got the bread that's the thing. It's going to come down to if you got the bread to be able to do that. Anything in the world you can do is if you have the resources to do it. You know, if you have the relationships or if you have the physical capital to do it. And most times you may need a mix of both. But if you can foster that, you feel me? If you can foster that, you can survive anywhere. It doesn't matter what system you in, you're going to thrive because all the shit comes down to the same shit, relationships. And if you have the ability to capitalize on your relationships, that's all it is. Everywhere you go, anywhere around the world. It's all the same.
Y'all want to get into some new music?
Yeah.
Obviously, we got to start with SZA. So I think we should go to HR because she is the target demographic. What is your SZA review?
As a individual part of this sad girl delegation, I give this album to infinity and beyond. It brought me back to my angsty preteen self, sitting in my bedroom, listening to Taylor Swift when I could relate to her. And, being like, Drew, look at me. And instead now we have SZA making the adult version, which has been my problem with Taylor Swift, is she hasn't grown. I feel like she's still making music for high school girls, and I'm I'm grown. So I left her a long time ago. But yeah, so SZA showed so much diversity on the album. Yeah, she showed so much versatility.
Yeah, I think so too.
I loved it. I loved the cheekiness.
I even really like the pop, the real poppy sounding record, because it's she sounds really good in that.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the song.
It is nice to see black women also now see that we could dominate that space too, that Forever 21
yeah, that's how the Kira music, you feel me?
Yeah, exactly. We can take that bread too. It can get ugly out here.
It can get ugly for everybody out here.
So I think my fave so far from that album is Low, Ghost in the Machine, and F to F.
Which one is that? I fucked them because I really messed you up.
But well done, SZA.
Yeah, I fuck with that album, honestly.
And
honestly, I do think, I think it's tough for artists coming off that one classic album. Control was such a classic album that, your next album, it always has such high expectations, you feel me? I do like. I wouldn't necessarily say it filled that gap, but it felt good that she produced such a good product. You feel me?
You can see the growth. You can
you can see the growth.
It's not controlled, but you can see where all those sounds progressed into.
Exactly, and that feels good to see as like watching an artist develop. Or you know, what I'm saying, however you want to say it.
It's not like she hasn't been putting out like singles either. Like she's been working. She's been on features. You know, she ain't leave the scene. She just ain't been writing. She had injured her vocal cord. I forgot what year that was, but she had to stop her tour.
See, this is shit we don't even be knowing about. We just know she ain't putting shit up. The whole time she was on injury reserve.
So Josh went ahead and bit the bullet for us and listened to the R. Kelly album so that we could come in here and speak factually. You want to break it down? The album was called I'll break it. R. Kelly dropped an album called I Admit It, which was released under Legacy Recordings, which is a subsidiary of Sony, even though both R. Kelly and Sony came out afterwards and said that it was an unauthorized release after Spotify and Apple took it down.
Yep.
So, how was it?
What would you rate it, Josh?
I'm gonna start by saying this. That we live in a world where a lot of things can be true simultaneously. Right? So, you feel me? We live in a world where, you feel me, an artist can be a sicko in real life and make music and make music, whatever. With that being said, R. Kelly is a sicko. But that nigga know how to make a fucking hit. He has some shit on there.
Damn.
He has some shit on there that I can see. If he was in a different set of circumstances and dropped this, they would be playing this at the cookout for sure. Like I can see he had them type records. But then also,
why was y'all saying like his songs wasn't him? Then I mean, his songs was him. Like he was calling BS. One of y'all said he was y'all called BS on him.
It's because he was trying to say that it wasn't even his voice, but some of those songs have been out on SoundCloud since like 2018. So it's like, nigga, you're not fooling nobody.
Oh shit!
But also I want to say about the album is that like the last 3 songs on the album, it's called I Admit It, I Did It. It's a 3-part record. It's like it's a long record, but it's basically a very long story.
Like the Trapped in the Closet,
his life. But it's whatever he was going through. So like, you feel me? He talking about, you know what I'm saying, how he was abused as a child. You feel me? He was abused sexually as a child. He talking about, you feel me, like how shit was rough for him, all the shit he goes through, blah, blah, blah. And then he's talking about, and this is the kill, because I'm pretty sure he recorded this record before he was arrested. Well, obviously he did, because he's talking about, I've never been convicted, blah, 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 my buddy. This didn't age well. But, you feel me?
Now, you've been convicted, brother.
You have been tried and convicted, brother, of being a sicko. Prison. But yeah, I mean, it was an interesting album. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all think it would have hit number 1 if they had left it up?
Nah. Then it would have been on like some like shadow band type.
I think it would have off the strength.
Off the strength of what the fuck is he saying? Off the strength of what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Motherfuckers gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Secretly or or out loud. It's down to like an Eminem album. Nobody really cares to listen to an Eminem album. But you gonna listen to it off the strength that Eminem.
You just reminded me of something that I thought about while I was playing basketball and I was hearing the music in the background. We allowed Eminem to rap about murdering his baby mother, but drill is where we're drawing the line at? Think about that shit. On every song, he talking about, I might kill my daughter mama, all type of shit. And that was a hit.
Sick.
Yeah.
Stan, whatever name of that song.
Stan is about, but yeah, Eminem's sick.
That's some sicko shit.
Yeah,
that is a sicko. You know, honestly.
But honestly,
it's about time we evaluate all these rappers. It's time we evaluate all these white rappers. Get their ass out of it. You too, Logic. God damn it. Ain't nobody forget about you. that hip hop bop top flop shit. Stop it.
And I guess
Stop this shit.
I guess the problem with me is it's not a problem that Eminem's made those songs, like, but it's the problem that they wanted to go after black people and be like, oh yeah, this is and that, this is making the violence worse. But like we literally, had this like purely splayed out, no auto tune, no mumble.
No mumble. I know exactly what that says.
He yelled that very articulately into the microphone.
No lyrics needed.
Yeah, no, it's a double standard. But I mean, shit, it's a double standard. So, all right, so if we lived in the space where motherfuckers got on Eminem ass for that, would you then be cool with motherfuckers getting on drill rappers ass if it was an equal retribution?
Because drill is a genre of music that comes from conditions that exist within poverty today. Nothing they're rapping about is not actually happening in real life in the communities that they come from.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a Negro spiritual from poverty.
It's not a Negro.
It is.
From poverty.
It's not, yeah.
No, I mean, as from an anthropological lens, yes, that's it is. Good. Because I remember when I heard Chief Keef for the first time, I walked into this house party. And the way that these young black men, as soon as you came, they just was it. That's a Negro spiritual.
No, I ain't gonna lie. He got some hits. He got some shit.
I'm sorry.
Does it come on?
Yeah. When Finito come on,
out of my body right now,
bro. I'm gonna be real ugly. Gonna be real. I don't care. Yeah. Split fine. I don't care. I gotta get it off right now. I gotta get this off my chest.
I gotta get this off of me right now. I got to. I can't hold it no more.
No.
No, see. Actually, it's funny you say that because me and my LB was just talking about, you feel me, like Sosa now versus then. It's like it don't have to, like, Sosa dropping the album doesn't have the same like fuel behind it, if that makes sense. It's like I might check it out, but it's like it's nothing that like I guess motherfuckers has matured to where the messages that's being talked about just don't resonate the same. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, fuck what you talking about. This new shit's that hard to me. This is a damn podcast. Fuck what Josh is talking about.
Yeah.
That new shit is hard.
Play that shit. You on a highway, my boy. It is real devilish out there.
It's a time and place. Maybe you're not. You like to throw on R&B and cruise and shit. Right, me and Q like to put it on Chief Keef to do 90 to 100. Maybe 110 if it's open.
Yeah, your testosterone has evened out since you was like a little teenager. Like,
10 years in the game.
That could. Yeah, you feel me? I'm driving 80, 85. Y'all driving 90, 95. It's a different type of vibration you need for that.
Such
you know what I'm saying? That's possible.
Yeah. You a right lane ass nigga.
85 is the right lane.
85.
Get your slow ass
out the way. Y'all niggas is wasting hella gas.
Josh, you gonna get a cash like when you older?
Hell no. Hell no. Hey, no, but actually, that Cadillac shit, I see why niggas was getting Cadillacs because
they
was
comfortable.
The only car that was. No, it's because at one point, like during the relationship, that was really one of the only car dealers that was like selling cars for black people for real.
Shout out to Cadillac, man. I know.
Yeah, that's why a lot of black people was having Cadillacs. They was actually fucking with us. I can see it, but I don't want no lack though. Them seats in the lack is comfortable. I ain't gonna hold you. They got some different technology
and Lexus.
Yeah, Lexus decent. I mean, Lexus and Toyota made in the same spot.
It's the same
factory. It's all the same.
What's the difference between talking and dating? Josh asked that. And I think that's a very important distinction that needs to start being had. We too grown to be talking.
Yeah, I don't
I think dating implies an exclusivity.
Yeah,
I feel like it's introduction. Then y'all choose to start dating. And then from there, you can enter a committed relationship.
So what's dating?
Okay.
So what's dating?
Right, dating is
dating.
So it's just going on a few going out, like going to dinner.
We go to dinner. We might go to something after.
So does just linking considered a date?
Yeah, that's dating. Y'all go on dates together, but you're not in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
That's dating.
Y'all are dating.
So that's the same thing as niggas when they were saying talking. It's the same thing.
But like,
what was talking in the whole?
On the phone, now talking was high school.
This is the problem. Talking is high school, and it's a very regional word.
Yeah.
And it's very unclear on exactly what that means. Because motherfuckers just say we was talking, and that means we FaceTimed a couple times and maybe went out once or twice. But when we're dating, we're actually making a concerted effort to get to know each other, going to museums, going here, going there.
So I feel like dating still has to have some kind of exclusiveness to a certain extent.
Dating has no.
It can be like openly dating. Like,
you can date as many people as you want to.
I can date whoever I want if I'm a single woman.
100%.
And if you're a nigga with motion, look, you can do whatever you want.
If you're a person, you can do whatever you want. Period.
Like, that doesn't mean anything. That's what I be thinking. People be getting things like misconstrued, and I think also like growing out of things. I think like what Quay was saying, like talking is a regional word, but also talking is for when you ain't have no money in high school and your mama said you couldn't go out,
sliding to the mall,
talking literally.
Right.
We dead ass be talking.
Literally be dead the phone.
We dead ass talking.
That's funny. That's funny as hell.
I don't talk to niggas.
Exactly. So boom. So dating is just the young adult talking.
Talking is done. Out the window. It's not the new nothing. It's not the old nothing. It was a thing we did.
I feel like dating's just a new talking.
Dating's the new talking. We just go on dates. We just talk on the date instead.
No. Because when you're dating, you also are gonna talk outside of the dates if the dates are going well.
Because you should be doing that as grown people.
It's just two different things. Talking is some little kid shit.
So dating is the next step up from talking. We go on dates. We talk on the date. We talk after the date.
Eliminate the talking. We need to eradicate that.
Because honestly, talking was toxic anyway. Because
what does that mean?
Like, what does that mean?
Toxic
is very. Talking is very toxic.
So exactly, because Q because Q one of them motherfuckers.
No, I don't know shit. Don't even do all that. Don't do all that.
Told her mama about you. And you was talking about we was talking. You went to school. You told them girls, I was talking.
Damn,
I know. I know how to read them. Anyway,
you know the kill. They may have been talking. He was talking real good.
I could just talk real nice.
I just talk. I could
real nice.
Hey, it's funny. So I had seen something. They was like, "Hey, yeah, I know. I see why you miss me. I would miss me too. Like, yeah, for sure.
I'm a riot. But no, I think that it is not good and unhealthy because it's not clear on what it is.
Yeah, it's unclear.
And it lets you not to take accountability for something.
It's a very gray area.
It's like, she caught feelings or no, he caught feelings.
It's unclear of where
20 hours a week. He called feelings.
It's unclear. It's unclear about what each person's end goal is too. Like, because for them, you feel me? They may have been envisioning being at that level with you, while you may not have saw that same thing. You feel me? So I think the end destination is unclear.
Yeah, you was bored.
And I think that goes back to the conversation we had maybe a pod or two ago about niggas going after what they want. I feel like men are a lot better at saying from the very beginning, knowing I would never date you. Like, we could only... Well, I would never be in a relationship with you. At this point, now that we're older, we would only date. But back in that time, I could only talk to you.
Yeah, I can see that. I remember...
So I grew up on the far southeast side of Chicago. So I ain't know about talking until I got to go to Lynn Brooks.
And you was talking.
So people dated at my, elementary school, right?
Dated? They went on dates at elementary school?
I mean, that's what you did. You went out. Y'all walked around the neighborhood. Y'all went to the local restaurant.
It was cute as hell as little kids. We go to the park.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Movies and shit.
The movies. The movies was holding hands. Holding hands in the hallway.
When I got to high school, and I remember this thing of talking, and I'm like, huh? It's either Because I'm just like, bro, like, what is this? And I remember I got called down bad, and Shorty ended up going back to sex.
Oh,
and I was just like,
hit you with the okie doke.
Like, dude, got me.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Nah,
You
what's
holding the back.
the most acceptable time to get catfished or just sent off is when you're deciding where you finna go to college or the summer before college, when you in all of them like 20 class of 2019. Fucking, what's the app? What app was they
Motherfuckers on Kick. Motherfuckers on Kick. Going crazy.
The other one, the blue one. Damn.
It's not Group
Group Me, yes.
Oh,
bro.
Group Me, yeah.
Group Me,
Group
folks.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was going into high school though. We ain't had the Group Me. That was the Kick era.
Nah, the Kick era was
Kick, that was before DMs. That's on you. You go to the last picture on her Instagram. Kick question mark.
You be like 6 other niggas right there. You still put that shit in.
Talking about Kick question mark. Oh my god.
You signed a Kick, goddamn.
That's the first thing you do when your mama take your phone.
Delete all
you don't even know the real me.
See, hey, you know, it's time to check on one of the guys. If they pitch on Kick with just a black screen, you got to answer.
Yeah, that nigga offline. He's all the way offline.
That nigga is offline. And if he responded, he down bad right now.
Or how about we used to text and be like, I'm on punishment, delete this message, and then don't respond.
If I take my phone, don't respond, I'll text you.
Don't respond.
Oh God, you thought I was supposed to say that?
Hey. And then they respond.
Baby, go get your phone. Baby.
They respond. Okay, like
you be walking. Yo, OG, get your phone. You be walking slow as hell, trying to text, delete it. Yeah, hurry up and turn it off before you hand it to it.
Hey, yo, that was a crazy time. That was a crazy period in life.
Yeah.
Like even that, you feel me? Deleting the search histories and
yeah,
Safari.
Oh my god,
that was tricky.
My PSP was bad. I ain't gonna lie. You ever had a PSP? You already know. I'm not ashamed to say every nigga that had a PSP know what I'm talking about.
Never lie.
That's my first access to the internet. Damn, the unrestricted access.
On the handheld.
Exactly. Think about that. Let us get that. You can hold it.
Hey, no, dude. Damn. I shouldn't say this before.
I'm not lying.
I shouldn't say this before. One time, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm slick. I had the phone, but then I also had an iPod Touch. So, you feel me? The Touch as well was, you feel me, on some complete separation. This way, I don't even got to worry about that if something get tricky with my phone and my mama take my shit. So, I'm on the Touch one time, right? One time, it was like, my OG, she used to go to stepper sets, you feel me? So, she get that, I'm finna go. You feel me? I hit Shorty walk out the stairs, the garage open. I'm thinking it's go time.
You got too thirsty. You gotta wait at least.
You gotta look out the window, make sure the car pull out.
Tell me why I get it up and running for, because I already knew what I was on the watch for.
Oh, you had it in the bookmark.
She come right back, folks. She come right back. So, but mind you, it happened real fast. Like I didn't know she was back in the crib until she was halfway up the stairs, and my room was right up the stairs. Like as soon as you go up the stairs,
3 feet from the stairs. Literally.
So I catch her. Mind you, it's like 8 stairs maybe. I catch her on like 5. You feel me? So I'm like, I ain't got a lot of time. You feel me? I got to make something happen quick. So I take the iPod. Like I just try to like turn the iPod, not turn it off, but like just close it. You feel me? And I put it down. But mind you, it's one of them old iPods, so the audio is still playing. The audio is still playing. But the screen is off.
Oh man.
That was
oh my god.
That was incredibly awkward. But the thing is, it stopped playing just until like she had walked in. Like she walked in the room, it's like lightly playing, but it's like a sound. It's like one of them was like, but then it stopped.
So, hey, you was ready to die.
I'm like, oh my God, my
shit.
fucking stomach's in my ass right now. I do not want to get caught red-handed.
See, that's if
I
that's
don't even
stand for
know.
you gotta stand up, ass to door, and say, "Whoa, I'm changing. I'm changing. Whoa."
They go one of them. That shit on brick.
No, you gotta be ass to door, man.
You gotta be ass.
Wild.
No.
You gotta be ass to door.
You looking back at it, you like, whoa.
Whoa, I'm changing.
You looking back at it.
Bro, looking back at it is fucking crazy.
That's what you said.
No.
You got your cheeks exposed, looking behind you.
You trying to be cheeks exposed, or you trying to up meet to your OG? You gotta make a decision, folks. You gotta move fast.
And the game time decision, the cheeks is
you gotta make your business
you gotta up
decision,
cheeks.
dog.
Your mama seen your ass before. She literally used to change you every day. Folks.
She see y'all love equipment too.
Not in recent times.
Not in a while. I can promise you that. Not in a while.
Not in a while. And all access to that is over with. The cheeks different though. Yeah. I'd rather up cheeks for sure.
I'd rather up cheeks. Oh my God.
I'm saying it's just one of those shit. Hey, folks, how y'all feel about this trade IGM made with Russia?
The shooter for the big.
To get the big man back.
We got Felice.
The big woman back.
We got fucking Felice, dog.
Man, at least she's back, man. I think it's like it's crazy that we gave up a nigga to call the Merchant of Death over a motherfucker that got caught with a vape pen. Like Russia really caught one with that. I can't even like.
They really caught one with that. I'm sure as soon as they got that call, we know exactly who we want.
Mm-hmm.
Get him over here right now.
When y'all ready to give him up, y'all call us back.
We ain't giving them nobody else, just her, and that's what we want.
But they said he didn't have that much longer anyway. So
got expiring contract off the books.
So we got some value. We got a little value.
Yeah, we
got a little value.
Expiring contract. We rally the troops. We got an American home. We
ain't got no draft picks, no cash concessions, nothing. We just the contract didn't even match.
Yeah, I can't imagine how traumatic it is to be like in a prison where everybody is speaking Russian to you like all the time, and you just you stand out like a motherfucker. First off, you black.
You 7'2".
2, you a woman.
And you black.
And you 7'2". They pick up that motherfucking shovel.
And they cut off her lock.
Well, I saw something. I don't know. They cut her locks off. I saw something. I don't know if it was true. They were saying that her locks were freezing, so she cut them off because they kept freezing every time she was out there working or some shit.
Yeah, that's how cold Russia is.
Yeah, they put your ass in that work camp.
She came back looking like Pete Davidson. You got a buzz cut. But they have. I'm gonna show you the side to side picture. They literally look like.
You ain't right.
That ain't right.
I'm just saying.
Welcome home, Brittany. I hope that you.
Welcome home, BG.
BG.
I hope you go on a very long vacation.
Big Brit, baby.
She needs to go on what they call a retreat. She needs to go on a nice
therapy retreat.
Retreat in the island somewhere. LeBron needs to pay for that. He needs to do that.
Well, they give you some
and shout out Vin Diesel for getting her home. That's the real hero in all of this. Vin Diesel posted a picture a couple weeks ago where he said, "I need Brittany Griner home by Christmas." He was at a Lakers game with his thumbs up like this, and lo and behold, Christmas is in 14 days, and she's home. So shout out Vin Diesel. He's one of the greatest heroes of all time. He done saved the world and Fast and Furious time and time again, and now he's done it. Time again. Now he's done it for Brittany Griner. So we just want to say thank you.
A member of our own community.
Anything for family. I heard
the blacks want to say. Yes. The blacks want to say thank you.
Thank you, Vin Diesel.
Thank you from the blacks.
You're funny as hell.
Did you? Oh, speaking of apologizing for the blacks or saying thank you for the blacks, did y'all see that Van Jones apologized on behalf of all black people at a Jewish dinner?
Yeah, 50,000 lashes, Van Jones. 50,000 lashes.
Wait, what?
He basically said that. He basically said that. He said that our community can remain silent no longer when stuff was happening to us. We expected everybody else to speak up, so he's speaking up on behalf of all black people to say that we won't allow the hate speech that Kanye is spewing, and that we're sorry.
50,000 lashes.
Basically, motherfuckers are telling them to shut the fuck up. You don't speak for us.
Yeah.
He definitely don't speak for me.
Lashes.
But not just Kanye. And Kanye is bogus. He got a lot going on. I don't care what is truly in his heart. What he is displaying on his platform is not
hurtful.
Okay.
Yeah, he's sick.
It's very harmful. It is harmful for the Jewish community. It is. But yeah, I think it is also harmful when people try to get up and speak for a whole people.
I think that's one of the greatest detriments that our community faces right now, is that we keep trying to elect certain people to
not
speak
even elected.
not like put them into the platform where they speak for everyone. It's just not
Van
possible.
Jones, ain't nobody put Van Jones in there. Who the fuck is Van? I didn't even know who he was till he said that.
But I'm saying, even speaking in Kanye in the light that he speaks for black people because he has money. Kanye speaks for himself when he says these things. He's speaking for himself. Nobody, a leader from Chicago that works on Chicago issues cannot go to some town in Florida and then be their voice. People need to focus on bringing up leaders that are specific to their communities instead of trying to have one grand Martin Luther King at the top.
But as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, that's then some white shit right there, and somehow our community fell for it. Because when you think about it, who are they saying are our leaders, athletes, and entertainers?
Exactly.
Why would we want these people to lead us? And who said that they were that?
Who gave them the platform to do so? Yeah.
Outside of the white
who said
person
they want
who
to do
gave them
that?
that platform.
That's the propaganda, folks.
That's the propaganda.
Because that's the voice that they
amplify.
Yeah.
That's a white concept in itself. And as a matter of fact, I probably shouldn't say this, but fuck Jesse Jackson. I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm gonna be the one to say it.
Why you
Jesse
say that?
Jackson? because okay, mind you. Okay, all right. Let me take a step back because this is a conspiracy, but I think it's probably true. So, on the murder of Martin Luther King, mind you, I still think Martin Luther King was an industry plant, but he was changing his rhetoric, and that's when he started talking about I brought my people into a divided home. You feel me? All of that type of shit. But when he started changing his rhetoric in Memphis, when he went to that hotel, he was supposed to stay. Black people in Memphis had told was like, bro, we got you. We gonna protect you, right?
See, that's what I said.
Jesse Jones and his people told them, nah, we good. We don't need that. Jesse Jackson, my fault. Told them, nah, we good. We got our own security. We don't need that. So that's number one. Number two, they get motherfuckers call the hotel. Dr. King was supposed to be standing on the first floor. Call the hotel and say he wants to be on the third floor when that was not true. But they moved this room because that's what came from his camp saying to move him to the third floor. So to give the shooter an angle to shoot him because you wouldn't have that on the first floor. Now, this is the tricky part. Everybody, they allegedly say that the call for the shooter was that anybody wearing a tie is the target. Anyone with a shirt and tie is the target. Why on this random day Jesse Jackson decides to wear a fucking sweater? You don't never wear no damn sweaters, but now on this momentous day, randomly you got on the sweater and everybody else got on a certain tie, and you always wear a certain tie. You don't never wear that. Why? That looks pretty suspicious, brother.
I'm gonna look into this because that's very interesting, and it wouldn't surprise me.
You see what I'm saying?
I can't comment on the Jesse Jackson stuff, but that is peculiar. I don't know.
Peculiar.
But I think like what I will comment in is that this MLK was an industry plant, and I remember when it came up originally, and I heard it, and I hear what you're saying because at the end of the day, white folks ended up taking him and being like, we finna highlight, like we're gonna give him airtime, right? You know, you can control the media.
He was selected by someone.
However, I think that it is incredibly disrespectful. I think it is also does disservice to the work that he did and everything that he did in his life because white people decided to choose him and use them for the nonviolent message. Now, Dr. King has a lot to him outside of that word of like nonviolence. You have that speech he has about Vietnam condemning, the U.S. These things were not highlighted by the press. But as Dr. King started becoming more radically to the left and started to see, okay, nonviolence isn't working, because my thing is, I'm not going to penalize somebody for trying something, but when you see it's not working, you have to change. And then when that change started to happen, that is when he was assassinated. I understand exactly what you're saying. It's like an industry plant in terms of they chose him to be the leader. The media chose him. They said,
They chose the message they wanted.
I think
they
industry plant just isn't the right word. He was promoted for his message. He was allowed to speak. And his voice was amplified specifically because it was nonviolent.
His message was selected. His message was selected to be the one. To be the one that gets all these people.
But industry plant is in the music world is like, we take Q because he has 100,000 followers on Instagram from whatever the fuck, and then we write him some raps and we plug him and tell him rap now. And he's Q the rapper. That didn't happen. That's like, so in the MLK example, that would be like them taking you and saying, all right, you give speeches and shit now.
You go to Morehouse.
Yeah.
You go Morehouse at 13. And I just think that totally erodes his intellectual ideology, all the work that he did, because white people used him against us. And I think that's not okay. And like I said, I don't agree with everything about him, absolutely. And I think with a lot of people, but it takes a lot to do what he did. He ended up dying on what he was talking about. And that's respect.
Yeah, that is respect. He did some shit.
They killed all them niggas when you think about it. Everybody did.
Yeah, they killed every last one of them.
Everybody.
Anybody talking that nigga talk, get up out of here. You can't talk that over here.
Nah, literally.
Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. They not fucking with that. That shit's sick. It's sick as hell.
It's a cruel world.
I don't know. That's just tricky. Oh, this is tricky, bro.
Speaking of,
but I do agree with you saying about the grassroots shit, because if nobody is given that platform to shine a light on one specific person, it'd be hell for them trying to deal with all these random movements of different shit,
BLM,
different ideologies. Yeah, it'd be hell for them to deal with it. Like all around the country, if all grassroots organizations came up all around the country with different approaches, different, you feel me, ideologies, all this different shit, there's no way you're gonna stop all.
You see, they learned from that. They never put another political leader at the front again. Ever since that, it's been an entertainer, athlete, or organization.
Yeah, literally.
And I would say, speaking of like one leader, I know, and this for y'all, not me. But what are y'all thinking about the whole Deion Sanders situation? And if you could give a little air on what that is.
Yeah, so mind you, I graduated from Jackson State, so it's very interesting seeing it happen to, you feel me, the school that you went to type shit.
This is great. We got Jackson State alum right here.
But, and that's the thing. So I feel like it's a very nuanced conversation, because it's like, one, like, you can't deny Deion Sanders turned Jackson State up for sure. Like, you feel me? The stadium that they played in was 50,000 seats, close to 60,000 seats, and that's selling out. You feel me? That wasn't happening before. So that's a revenue stream that was generated. You see what I'm saying?
What was the program like before?
Shit.
When you went there as a student,
they wasn't weak, but they wasn't raw neither. Like, it was just average. Like, it was like, you feel me, like before, a few years ago, like before I had got to Jackson State, they was actually winning. It was a good program. Like, they was winning and shit. They ended up losing the coach that they was winning with, and then, you feel me, it went into that period of not necessarily mediocrity, but just kind of average. You feel me, like kind of similar to how we was at, you know what I'm saying, 5-4 type shit. You feel me, like motherfuckers win, but they not
good, but they're not bad, and which is bad.
They not at the top. They not at the top of the, you feel me.
They like that 500.
But then, you feel me, Deion slide, you feel me, one, he did a whole lot for the school, like in terms of one, he taking his salary, building up the facilities, because the weight room was bogus. The locker room was bogus. Like, a lot of the infrastructure wasn't there. The actual field that they practice on was bogus. Like, they got a new turf field. They got all new equipment. You feel me? So, and he was taking his salary to do that. So, you feel me? What he was saying, I got to commend you for that, because you really was giving back to the community. Like, you really was improving these kids. And even when you leave, all those infrastructural things you built are still there. You see what I'm saying? So the program is still going to be in a different place from when you got it, because where it was at before, they didn't have all the things, right? But then it's like it's tough because it's like when you first started, you were saying how you know what I'm saying you want to do all this and this. I think really more so people are just it's more of the expectation people had that it would be either one a longer stint at Jackson State, like at least you feel me to solidify the program and what they have, or you was gonna leave for a raw ass school. Like I think the fact of going to Colorado is what made it tricky because it's like who the fuck gives a fuck about Colorado? Like I'm thinking you're gonna go to like some you feel me. At least try to get to a raw ass school.
It's like backdoor bullshit like that was going on with the actual school though, because wasn't they having issues not paying him, not doing shit?
Yeah, so
well,
I heard.
though?
He said that they broke into
and
his
then,
locker, stole his phone and shit. I heard they broke into him and his son cars. I also heard that they offered him $1 million, but from the $1 million, he also had to bust that down to all 8 of the assistant coaches that he begged to come down there with him to get them raw. And then Colorado addressed all those things for him. They paid the assistant coaches. They paid him. I just watched the YouTube video because his son does all the behind-the-scenes content. Their facilities look fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure.
They're giving him full reign to, oh, you want to quit? All right, your ass is gone. We getting somebody to replace you. He literally just told him, if y'all not dogs, y'all not staying.
And then he's having such a huge impact on Colorado academic-wise now, because before there was like they're not changing some of their criteria to allow certain transfers to come over and they be able to accept their like credits or whatnot. Now they're opening up new academic programs or whatnot just for that transfer portal.
Honestly, now that I think about it, bro, because at first it was a very like it was less of a full picture. Right, so it's like you feel me. You could feel a way about how things went in Jackson, and some of the things you said is just a product of being in Jackson. Motherfuckers breaking your car, motherfuckers stealing your shit. That's a regular thing. That's unfortunately you became part of the statistic, but that's a very high statistic of shit happening there. Because
motherfuckers tough. Motherfuckers tough.
It's tough. It's tough. So you feel me? That I don't have too much stock in that because that just happened in Jackson. Like that's just a thing. Like I know plenty of motherfuckers who got their costume. That. You see what I'm saying? But now
the shady business by the school though.
But that's what I'm saying. But now you feel me? Like the kill is that you feel me? Funding for HBCUs is very low, so they didn't have it wasn't much of a pie to give him anyway. To you know what I'm saying? The pie wasn't big to cut up to give him a big piece anyway. So at some point we all knew he wasn't gonna stay there too long because it ain't enough money to keep him there. You see what I'm saying? Regardless.
But I heard that because some of the football money they were diverting back to regular student scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
And then also there was money missing from ticket sales to the games because he's selling out games and they're saying that he only sold 20K tickets when the whole stadium is full for a 90K capacity.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. But at the same time, it's like anywhere it go with the money side being rediverted, like you affecting one black kid's life versus another. Okay, you took money from the football team to give it to another kid who may have not have had a chance to go to school. It's all the same, bro. Like anywhere it go with some black kid.
If you do it right and you reinvest it back into the football team first, all these big schools like Alabama and all them other schools, the football team is what pays for all the sports to go on. So it's like there has to be a certain period of time where you are putting in the investment so that at some point you can continue to get that return back to be able to do all those things. But now you trying to jump the gun and do it real quick. Now he's gone. Now the next year students aren't getting scholarships and your football team is now worth less.
Yeah, that's true.
And he bring up his son and like that number one wide receiver / D-back as well.
He's bringing Tim.
That's another.
Boy, he said he bringing that Louis bag with him, boy. His ass.
I mean, I don't know. It's
a group of people, boy.
I don't know, bro. It's tough because some people are upset with him for doing that, but at the same time, it's like them kids was finna leave anyway. You feel me? Like realistically,
100%.
Most times in college, the harsh reality is once the coach leaves, the star is typically the follow the coach.
He made it easier for them to leave. I was just on Jackson State with Deion Sanders. Look at my film. You're like, oh, this kid was just on Jackson State. He probably a dog. He's leaving because he left. Let me look at his tape. You have a reason to look at their tape.
Yeah,
and they have one of the most
that's what I'm saying.
Popular social medias of any of the college football teams right now.
And that's what I was saying. Like taking it back to a full picture, it's like, yeah, that specific program, like it may not be at the same, like you shed a huge light on it, and I'm sure, you feel me, if they ever on TV again, motherfuckers gonna tune in just off the strength of, oh, it's Jackson State, maybe. You feel me? Just because I know that name now. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, that program, it may not be to that same level, but at the same time, just how you were saying, you feel me, Colorado's changing their standards, or like, you feel me, you still helping, you still have an effect on mass black people, and even if it's not the ones you directly affected previously.
I think part of why he was so hurt too is by people stealing from him, is that how much he was helping the community by doing what he was doing. Like, so in Colorado, he's been going to all the restaurants that he eats at while he's there, and he does the review like, "Oh, they was really nice. I got this. I fucked with it. I'll be back." Woo woo, and he's shedding light on that whole community. Everybody keeps coming up to him, telling him like, "We are so glad you're here. Like, you're bringing so much light to our community. Like, we really appreciate you." So it's like, for me to be doing this for y'all, and then y'all stealing out my locker room inside the fucking stadium. Y'all niggas tweaking.
I'm not excusing it. It's sick, but them niggas hurting. So I don't know. It's a two-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword for sure. I don't know. It's definitely a little tricky. But, I mean, shit, I could definitely say, bro, you know what I'm saying? The shit he did for Jackson State, those group of individuals that he affected, bro, you couldn't get that nowhere else, bro. He got these kids around Gilly and Dolph and Keeg. Like, he got these kids around some niggas, like around some people who they probably look up to. It ain't no other opportunity where you would have got that. You see me? Even places like Alabama, these big schools, they not having that. Because it's a different, you know what I'm saying?
Culturally relevant.
That experience,
you can't buy that shit.
That experience for those kids, it's nothing that can replicate that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I think he did a lot of great, mind you, maybe the move wasn't what people expected, but he did a lot of good shit at Jackson, bro. I can't even lie. Like, it's hard to be mad when, you feel me, like, the shit you did speak for itself. Like, you did a lot.
Yeah, fuck the haters.
Yeah, you did a lot. I can't be mad. And ultimately, college football for coaches is about getting to a better opportunity every time. I start here. I'm raw as fuck here. I'm trying to get somewhere higher. That's the nature of the beast of college football. So how could you be mad at somebody just following what happens in college sports? That's coaching in college football.
I think people just really heard about the tenured, I believe. They just want him there longer.
I mean, he was only on a 4-year deal.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, but
I feel like something really had to happen for him to just flip that fast and not even finish the 4th year. Like, that's why I feel like it was like I feel like he has to feel like that they organized his shit getting broke into, or there had to be some type of food shit happening in negotiation.
There gotta be something on the back end.
Yeah,
and we'll never know that, and we'll never know.
Yeah, and I was just like wondering, because you were saying like, oh, all coaches do this, all coaches do that. You know, like you're trying to get to a better opportunity, and I guess like Deion Sanders isn't every coach. And I'm just speaking from, like, he's had a whole career. He's had multiple careers, right? This man's had sponsorships. He's dipped his toes as an athlete, as a businessman. Like, he's on his, last leg of his, one of the last legs of his career is he's like, now I'm going to be a football coach for college, ball.
But you got to think about it. Yeah, he got all that notoriety, but at the same time, wasn't nobody giving him no job. Jackson State gave him a job.
No.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why I hope from this, the pattern is formed that former NFL players start out at HBCUs.
That will be hard.
Springboard.
That will be hard. You feel me? That would be hard. So this way, the kids benefit as well as, you know what I'm saying, whatever career goal aspirations you have, you also benefit. At least give something back to the community. Like people will be upset about how, you feel me, oh, well, they left, they did this and that, but you neglect all the good that they did. It's hella good to still be left over from you doing it. Like,
yeah,
that would be hard. And shout out to Mo Williams. Mo Williams is actually the Jackson State girls basketball coach right now.
That's hard.
See, we need shit like that.
And they going cool. So
that's good.
They've been going crazy. I fuck with that. More of the story, give back to your community, man. Shout out to all niggas who our age and coaching a sports team for kids. subbing at schools, all that. Anything giving back to the kids, bro, shout out, bro. You feel me? Shout out to y'all, bro. Because that's
they be letting anybody be around them kids. I ain't gonna lie. I be seeing some of the people we grew up with as teachers and subs or fucking hang around some kids. I'm like, huh? They hire anybody, huh?
Nah, I promise you, this is one of these guys I go to high school with, and the stuff he be posting, I just be like, dang, the youth, I thought they was gonna have a better shot.
Nah, the youth is fun. No. It's over with.
Hell no, these teachers be bops, all type of shit.
I feel like bops are the best teachers because they have life experience.
True.
But also, it's not about what they do on their personal time. I just be thinking about the philosophy that they hold in the classroom.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because my thing is, what you do on your personal time is your personal time. Like, you can't expect my job to be my life because that's not even how I roll.
Yeah, I'm on the clock.
Now I'm on the clock. And I'm a middle like
now I'm off the clock. Now I'm a whole new nigga, baby.
Right. You got me for that time.
Hell no.
Y'all want to do one more topic, or y'all want to do song of the week?
Come on, we can do song of the week. We can say it.
Ooh, okay.
All right. My song of the week is Alpina Bima off Alay's new tape. It's produced by Zay.
They went crazy on them beats, bro.
Yeah, that shit sound crazy in the car. Yeah.
Zay snap. They went crazy on the beats. Zay, shout out to Zay, bro.
Shout out to Zay, shout out to Alay, shout out to Ayo, shout out to Cart, and shout out to 15.
Cart made some beats on that too. That was hard. Shout out to Cart. He made some hard shit on that too.
Oh, my song of the week is "Ghost in the Machine" by SZA.
What do you like about it? You gotta give like a little 15 seconds. What you like?
What I liked about it, I don't know.
What's it take you back to? How does it make you feel?
I don't know. I gotta listen to it again. I haven't listened to it today.
Nah, you gotta know.
He wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
Okay, but no, I like it because it's great. I think it encompasses sad girl, but sad girl in her life are like 20s, early 30s.
If you like the sad girl music, man. If you like sad girl music, go listen to the SZA.
Yeah, I don't even hate my exes, and I like the album. I don't think about them.
Wait, what's the name of the song I put on the playlist?
Ghost in the Machine, I think she said.
You can also put Low on there. That's another one.
No, it's not how it works.
You get one. You get one pick.
One.
Your submission has been accepted.
been accepted. No more submissions are allowed.
What you got, Joshua?
My song of the week, I'm going with Umbrella off of the Metro Boomin tape.
Oh yeah, that shit hard.
That shit is hard.
Yeah,
Nudie and 21. Yeah, they went crazy. And honestly, I heard 21 a lot through this album, and I was very happy with each one of the records he was on. Like you know how you can hear somebody on the album line and be like, all right, bro, shut the fuck up, I don't want to hear shit. But him at the time, it was like, hey, he going crazy. Hold on. You feel me? Like, it was almost refreshing to a point. You feel me? So I'm going with that. And shout out to Metro because this album is hard, actually. Like, it's a lot.
This shit was hard.
Fire on that album.
I'm gonna have to stay on this one and go with Metro Spider. That and then going into I Can't Save You with Future and
one song.
That shit was hard.
I know.
I chose Metro Spider.
Metro Spider. Why do you like Metro Spider? Who's on it?
It was Young Thug on it. It was an amazing song. And I could go on the highway and listen to this bitch and hit 100 plus because it is just that like in tune with my spiritual animal. So. Metro Spider.
Your spiritual animal. You feel like you're a spider?
Yeah.
I don't know how to take that, but
spiders are the good pests.
All right, man. Thank you for joining us for episode 45. Once again, this episode is brought to you by Everything Clears. Could be your logo here. Point to it, Q. Could be your logo here. Point to it, Josh. Could be yours here. Hit us up. Send us some shit. Follow us on Instagram. Leave a review. Wherever the fuck you listen to this shit at. YouTube, audio platforms, all that shit. And we will see y'all next week.
Hell yeah.
Let's get it.